Hello, hello, hello. This is a message from the universe for 9/20/2020. This is the rune Hagals. Hagals is the rune of disruption. It is the rune of change. It's the rune of freedom, of liberation. And it's basically the Tower rune. In this reading, I did pull the Tower reversed, but Hagals and the Tower are very, very similar in that they both talk about the disruption of where we are to get to where we need to be. And if you've been watching over the past month or so, it's been a theme in what we've been talking about, how where we are now has to change for us to achieve the vision of what we want for our future. And if we just look at the last 3 days, we had Manaz, which was to take a moment and look at yourself, that this is going to be a little bit of a pause because you're having a delay or there's something, some sort of obstacle, and to look at yourself and to figure out, is this putting me back into that mindset of self-blame and lack of worth? Then the following day, yesterday, we had the Dagaz. So the Dagaz was the breakthrough rune. And the breakthrough rune talks about now you have looked at yourself closely. Now it's time for you to take that piece and figure out how to move forward. In the reading, it really spoke mostly to making that connection and not to the next action that needed to be taken. It was about making that little epiphany of, oh, okay, this is why I'm held up here and I need to put more work into XYZ or pay attention to, ABC, whatever it was. So here we are today with the Hagals. And the Hagals really starts talking about in this reading putting that into action. But what it really talks about is the foundation of that, which is a realignment. A realignment. Now it does talk about taking action, okay? You have this Chariot here. It's obviously movement, moving forward. This Eight of Wands, like this, is moving forward. Like this is realigning internally. So you literally have almost like take aim. You see the target here? Take aim and fire. So you're in the take aim spot right now because we looked at ourselves, we made our realization, and now is the point to make our plan to push forward. Really look at that thing that you just discovered, that thing that you shone the light on. Look at it and see how it can work with all of the other things going on in your life. Look at how you can take that thing that may have been holding you back and integrate it into your process moving forward. The healing from this is going to affect so many other things on this process. It's going to be a really big change for you. Take a spiritual view of it. Look at it from a spiritual viewpoint. This thing that you discovered in your breakthrough yesterday. This is how you reorder what you do moving forward, whether it is in a business, whether it is in your regular life, whether it is in your spiritual practice, your love life. This, looking at this new perception, this new way of seeing things, this realignment from a spiritual viewpoint is how you are going to reorganize this disruption in your life. And finally, we have the Sun. This card is always a good thing, whether it's upright or reversed. And this little kitty just looks so incredibly happy. I want to rub his little belly, It talks about your happily ever after. It talks about being at peace within yourself, at peace within the world, and enjoying this process. I know that all of this can be difficult and overwhelming, and shadow work can be hard, and all of this stuff that you're putting into and looking into all of our own little nooks and crannies full of pain and shame and guilt and hurt and betrayal. But we need to enjoy the process of digging it out. If we think of it like we're on a gem hunt or a rock hunt, or we're in the mountains like digging out gold, right? It's not fun to be halfway like dug down in the dirt and your hands are all messed up. They probably hurt. You're sweating. You're crammed into a little tiny space. You've got to a pickaxe or a weapon here, and you just keep doing and digging, and it's hard to find. When you find that gem, when you find that magical gem, right? You remember, oh, this is supposed to be fun. This is what I'm doing this for. So now if you go into every rock hunt hating the process of getting there, hating the dirt, hating the hike there, hating the cramming yourself into a little tiny space, if you go into every rock hunt with that mentality, finding that crystal is not going to be half as fun. But if you go into it enjoying the process, enjoying digging out those things, enjoying the time spent with yourself to discover, to dig through all of the dirt, the realignment as you cram yourself into the tiny spots, and finally the movement forward as you find your gem, that sunshine. If you start to enjoy the process that you are in, everything gets a heck of a lot easier, and at the very least, more fun. You are beloved. You matter. You are loved.